program is brought to you in association with First National Bank of Botswana. Many people are aware that there's such a thing called insurance. They know that there's life insurance. They are aware there are funeral policies, car insurance, and many others. What seems to be lagging is the understanding of what exactly insurance is and what it aims to achieve. Some say insurers are out to cheat them. Others feel they just have no use for it, save for a few individuals who are only now catching on, like these two that we had a chat with on the walk path of Main Mall in Gaborone.
Before I was thinking for insurance sometimes, but after then I realized that the insurance is very, very, very important. I was thinking for the insurance, they are cheaters because lots of people they've been crying about being cheated by the insurances.
Insurance ina le mosola mathata ke batho ba ba ekwadisang ba na le go togela dilo tse dingwe go morago ba sa dire bolelele ka moso wa tsena gore wa claima o itela o bolelwa se le sene gore ga wa se bolelwa ko nteng ha o simolla go joina insurance.
Goodness of the insurance ke gore savings after your insurance immature is when then you get what they call cashback, and if you pass away, your siblings or your children, they will benefit from the insurance.
Nonetheless, this is a $6.2 trillion industry that has covered billions in claims associated with loss of life, accidental damage, theft, and many others. Every year, there are new insurance products in the market that are aimed at addressing modern risk issues for various individuals. Some of these were introduced at a local commercial bank, where they have a funeral plan, personal insurance plan, and a business credit plan for their clientele. In our effort to explain what insurance is and maybe refresh the knowledge of some of our viewers, we have invited Head of Insurance at this financial services institution, Mosadinkwe Mosinyi, to firstly explain what insurance is and why one should get it. Sadi, thank you so much for coming on First Issues and affording us your time. We're back here again with you to talk about insurance as we always do. So let us first understand in its entirety and in its existence, what is insurance?
Thank you so much for having me again. In its simplest form, insurance is a risk transfer mechanism. It really protects people who don't have excessive funds in time of needs. So think about it in a way that in the unfortunate event that your house burns down and you need to rebuild, you don't have cash stacked anywhere to rebuild. That's where insurance will come in. You have the unfortunate event that a loved one passes away, you may not have the funds to bury them immediately. That's where insurance comes in. So you transfer that risk to another party, in this case an insurer, who will pay you should that event happen.
I want you to expound further with maybe more examples like you've just been giving on why insurance. Why should anybody get insurance?
So for me, it's a matter of protecting yourself and protecting your wealth. So the thing about it is that if, say, you don't have insurance and a big event happens, which will deplete all your resources, it means that if you don't have the funds, if you don't have the cash, as I had explained earlier, you'll be left poor. So just take a business, for example. So you have invested your money in a business, you have not insured it, and then a fire comes and it burns away your building, it burns away your machines, it burns away your office, and you don't have the funds. You did not protect yourself. But when you do have insurance, it means that you're able to come up again and carry on. So it's an issue. It's important because it protects your wealth, it protects your livelihood. It also you can also use it as a measure of or as a way of wealth transfer. By that I mean, take a life insurance as an example. So I can take a life cover that will allow me that when I pass on, my beneficiaries will get a lump sum. So depending on the amount, it could be 100,000, it could be 1,000,000, it could be 2,000,000. Of course, depending on affordability, you leave your loved ones with something, a bit of something to start a business, to carry on with their lives. Because it's not only about burying people. There are other different types. There are even others where you can save, and then those savings are used in the future, for the future of your beneficiaries or your children.
I want to believe that, like any other financial service, if you will, insurance is a contract. So let us talk about the parties that are involved in this contract.
Indeed. It's very important to remember that insurance is a contract, and every contract has its terms and conditions. And in the case of an insurance contract, there will be, of course, the insured, who will be the person paying the premium. There will be the insurer. Those are the two main parties to an insurance contract. But there will also be a broker or an agent. So these are intermediaries. Intermediaries help us as consumers to understand the products that we are buying from insurers. So in Botswana, we've got insurance brokers such as FNB Insurance Broker, who will assist in looking at the best solution or product for your needs. So the job of a broker is to look at, you've got these various risks, or these various houses, or these various assets, or even the business that you are doing, and recommend the best cover for you. And a broker will work for a lot of insurers, for various insurers that they also have contracts with. And then there would be an agent. An agent would work for one short-term insurer and one life insurer. But all of those would be termed as intermediaries. And their importance is to advise you around the best cover to take for your business. It's important to understand that when you deal with somebody, understand their role, because it will be the same person that you go to when you want to submit a claim. Understand who your insurer is and where they are and what role they play. Because should you not be happy with the way your agent or your broker is dealing with you, you still have the leeway to talk to and appeal to your insurer.
Speaking of understanding, there's some, I want to say, misconceptions around insurance. Could you please demystify some that you're aware of?
I think one of the things that we need to understand is that insurance is regulated in Botswana. So one of the first things that you need to establish when somebody says, I'm here to sell you insurance, ask them, are you registered within BIFIR? Show me your license. Who are you working for? There are various provisions in the Insurance Act on what an intermediary or a representative needs to carry when they are selling insurance. So first of all, if somebody is not registered within BIFIR, they are not selling insurance. I know there are people out there who believe insurance people are cheaters. And the important thing, as I said before, is to understand who you are dealing with and the type of cover that you have bought. So, for example, there are people who believe that they should get their premiums back if they've insured their cars and they have not claimed, right? The thing is that had you actually had an accident, you would have been paid. So you can't quite say, I haven't claimed, therefore give me back my money. But should that risk have occurred, you'd have definitely been paid. There are, of course, other mechanisms that insurers use to reward good behavior. One of those is giving you a claim-free group. So there'll be various things that some insurers do. Others, we know they give cash back. Others will give you a discount.
Let us talk about the various types
Um,
of insurance that exist.
So there are various types, but for the purpose of this conversation, I'll just talk about short-term insurance and long-term insurance. So long-term insurance concerns itself with to do with people's lives. In the eventuality of your death, in the eventuality of your disability, intangible things. Whereas short-term insurance is around the tangibles. I think that's the simplest way of putting it. So it would be your car, it would be your house, it would be your office block, it would be your machinery in your factories and things like that. It would be your mines, things that you can actually touch. Here and there, yes, there are lapses, such as workmen's compensation. It falls under short-term insurance. It will insure injury at work, as an example.
Mosadinkwe is back again next time to explain some insurance plans that exist within the market.